1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, welcome back to Country and Cold Cans. I'm Logan, sitting here with Trucker Andy and Kyle. Be sure to give us 5 stars and a great review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon. We are available on all those places. Give us 5 stars, great review, no less. Check out the website, coldcansnetwork.com, blog content, shop, what have you. You know what to do. If you do the Spotify description, click that, click the link, give us an up to 1 minute of voicemail. I'd love to hear from you. So tell us, your thoughts on any of the songs we talk about. If you just wanted to go tell us to go, F ourselves, you can do that too. All right, fellas, how are y'all doing?
I'm swell.
You're swell.
Yeah, I'm happy for this cold front's coming through.
I don't want to get past the part you just used the word swell. It's like, well, gee willikers, Wally.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to mix it up. I used a thesaurus to describe my condition of life currently. So,
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. It just popped in my head, and I didn't use a thesaurus.
I mean, if you had to go to a thesaurus to look up the word swell.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I'm adequate. I'm fine.
Fair to middling.
There you go. That's right. There you go.
That would describe me. Yep. All right, but hey, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Zach Bryan has Something in the Orange, the single, has gone platinum, and American Heartbreak, the incredibly long but very good album, has gone gold. And the fact that he doesn't really have a lot of mainstream radio play, the fact that he doesn't have the big promotional arm like a lot of these dudes do, like, that's incredible. This guy has always walked to the beat of his own drum, and good for him.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what those types of medals mean far as songs go.
Well, I mean, are you familiar with like the Olympics?
I understand bronze, silver, gold, platinum, but I have no idea what any of that means as far as record sales.
Isn't platinum a million?
I hear people talk about it.
So.
I know if gold is good, platinum's better, but I don't know what any of that
means. Hardly nobody gets the diamond certification anymore.
Didn't know that existed.
Oh, yeah, it does. It's almost impossible in today's streaming environment to be able to get it.
So how do they do they have some kind of formula that translates streams to would-be album sales?
Yes.
Okay, I figured they had to do
something. What the metric is, I cannot tell you, but it's X amount of streams equivalates to a one physical sale.
Okay. So he's got tens of millions, I'm assuming, to hit the 1 million equivalent platinum.
Yeah, like you have to have a shit ton of streams in order to be able to get to a platinum anything. Yeah,
which is insanely impressive.
It's very impressive to me just because like he never has done like the big promotional stuff, He's always just kind of put music out there at a alarmingly quick rate.
Yeah. It's also not very long. It's what, 3 months?
No, seriously, you're right about that.
When did it come out? Was it like the beginning of summer? Was it not?
It might have been May. Let me look real quick.
Yeah, it might have been May.
But either way, like this isn't like the old days where they used to get it, and like some people would get it in a very quick time because everybody had to go to the record store or the CD shop.
April 22nd.
Yeah, so April to October in the streaming
6
era.
months. Yeah,
it's pretty legit.
Yeah, Spotify currently has that one song at 125 million plays.
Something in the Orange?
Yes.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, that's not including Apple Music and Amazon Music and whatever other things people use.
Yeah, because they go ahead, Andy.
I saw last night on YouTube. This surprised me. If you his Head and South video, the one that I see on get clipped up everywhere, has 17 million views on YouTube.
I'm curious about
that drunk with a phone.
Yeah, I'm curious at how many if YouTube factors into streaming at all, because I believe TikTok does. You would think that
does?
Yeah, I think it does.
But they're only 30-second clips, right?
Yeah, but the song, if the official clip audio of the clip gets used in a TikTok, I think I'm not saying it's a 1-to-1 thing. I don't know. Could be. But I'm just saying I believe it gets counted in there.
I don't agree with that. That's not the whole song. I don't think it should count.
Yeah, but a stream doesn't mean the whole song either. Shoot, podcast downloads, you only have to have a minute of an hour-long episode, and it counts as a stream.
Yeah, but I feel like on TikTok, people just put stuff on videos that's popular just for noise that's popular.
Oh, yes.
If you go on YouTube to look for the song, you're going there for the song, not just because it's popular or it's just random noise that I clicked on.
But in some ways, the popularity of the TikTok and it being used speaks to the popularity of the song. They're doing like the TikTok trends and everything.
Yeah, but some of it though is it the video of the TikTok that's popular or the song being played on TikTok? You know? Yeah,
but you can't just make a video of you sitting there like brushing your teeth in well, I don't know, that would actually be kind of funny. You brushing your teeth in your truck with something in the orange plant in the back. Andy, I think you should do that actually, now that I think about it. You just sitting in your 18-wheeler in like South Dakota and you just brush your teeth slowly while something in the orange plays. That would be kind of funny.
Gonna be honest, that's not funny.
That's dumb. Have you seen what actually I can answer that. Yes, you have seen what goes on TikTok because you see it on Instagram 2 days later. Most of the stuff is dumb.
Eesh.
I would stop if I saw like a trucker brushing his teeth with something in the orange plant. I would. It would make me laugh.
I don't find that even humorous. I don't get it.
Well, I'm not saying that it's going to get 1 million views, but it's so stupid. It's so stupid that I think people would laugh at it.
Are we talking about how orange Andy's teeth are, or
I don't think Andy's teeth are orange unless he's like been doing nothing but eating Cheetos.
I know. Yeah, it's just kind of a dental hygiene joke there.
Maybe I don't understand the dentist humor category.
Andy's sitting there riding down the road. I swear, dude, I ain't gonna say that because I might get in trouble. I was gonna make a joke about the Clemson Tigers and Andy, but mix in a little bit of LSU fight song. I'll let you. Kyle probably will get it.
I think I do. Oh, speaking of which, speaking of orange, I really enjoyed Tennessee and them toting their not only tearing the goalpost down, but taking it on a tour of Knoxville and then throwing it into the Tennessee River.
Yeah.
I mean, they just went above and beyond.
Crazy shit.
How do you
happened.
get goalpost out of a stadium?
They have breakaways on them,
so it comes apart.
Yes, they're designed to collapse now. They back in the old day,
they used to pull them down.
Yeah, they were just cemented in the ground, but now they have breakaways on them because people got severely injured from falling from 40 feet.
I mean, how do you get it out of the stadium though? It's
probably
too big to go through any of the doors.
Probably through the freight entrance.
Yeah, most freight entrance doors aren't even that big. That's a large item.
It is a large item.
Yeah, I mean, they're 10 yards wide. I think college is a little wider.
Like all the tunnels to get like into like the field, not fitting.
I mean, you can drive an ambulance through it.
Yeah, there's some way to be able to get that to fit because they've taken too many out of stadiums for it to not fit.
Yeah, and they went in some way. So, and
they might come in pieces and then get put together and then tore apart.
It's possible.
They're getting it out in one piece.
Now, have y'all seen that there's a trend lately? Like, I would say I'd like to give Megan Maroney probably credit as being the first one to have a song like this that was recognizable or people found out about it with her song Tennessee Orange. But there have been at least 3 other people that have released songs similar to that. Connor Smith, a mainstream country guy, he's on tour with Thomas Rhett right now, I think. He released one called Orange and White, similar premise to Tennessee Orange, except for from the male perspective, and he's singing about himself, the girl falling for a guy that, wears orange and white. It's just there's been multiple songs lately, like referencing college football.
I heard another one, but I don't remember what it was. It wasn't that one.
Was it the Morgan Wallen one?
That's what I was
No, it
thinking.
wasn't that.
Now, Andy brought a good point about the Wallen song that he put on his TikTok and Instagram. How long ago do you think that he wrote that song? Just waiting for the day Tennessee to finally beat Bama where he could release it?
He's been sitting on it for at least 15 years.
Well, he won't write shit 15 years ago. That's what I told Andy. I was like, they haven't won since 2006 against the Tide. So
Yeah.
He could have recorded it 3 years ago and just like, I don't know when this is going to come out.
or
One
at least
day it's
at
gonna
least
come
wrote
out.
it. Or at least wrote it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's been sitting on it for a minute.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
But I would think so. At least I would think so.
Would have been hilarious if he was just an old and decrepit man. and then he just drops it on whatever the new social media platform is in 2040 or whatever when they finally beat him. And it's just him as a young lad. It's been that
funny.
Has that been that long since Tennessee hadn't beat Bama? I don't know. Do they always play Dixieland Delight, Tennessee?
That's what I'd like to know. Because
if not, they played it loud enough that it came through on TV.
That's an all-time petty move. If they don't play that every game after every home game at Neyland Stadium, I love that. If they don't, I hope they don't, because that's an all-time story. You beat Bama. Bama, for whatever reason, plays Dixieland Delight at every home game, even though the song isn't about Alabama. And
it's just by the band Alabama.
Yeah.
It's the only relationship. It's a song about Tennessee.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then after Tennessee beats them with that wobbly tipped field goal from 40 yards out, they played Dixieland Delight. I started cackling laughing when I was like, I love this. I was like, this is baller.
Yes, it was all-time petty. And on TV, that field goal looked like it was good easily. I saw another angle from where it's just something with some equipment guy.
Yeah.
It barely squeaked in.
Barely made
the
crossbar.
Skin of its teeth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like it was good from a substantial distance on TV.
It might be Tennessee's year.
It might be. They've gotten through. They got to get through Georgia, but still in the SEC East. But they checked off the third Saturday in October.
Yeah. But if any Tennessee fans are listening to this, let us know if that's a normal thing at Neyland after games. But I hope it's not, because playing Dixieland Delight after beating Bama would be like
hilarious.
all-time pettiness. All-time pettiness.
I love pettiness.
I do too. Because especially in sports, like sports pettiness is the best pettiness.
Yes, it's hilarious. I love it.
But also, Mike and the Moonpies, while we're going through some of the country music news here, Mike and the Moonpies is releasing their song Hour on the Hour to mainstream country radio. It's kind of a big deal because they've been having a good year themselves. That record they put out was fantastic. But we've seen, some organic airplay in small doses with, some of the like other independent artists here and there, especially like on XM. And then, Morgan Wade's gotten some spins. I think Wilder Days might be up into the top 40 now. Something in the Orange has been climbing a little bit. But I'd love to see Mike and the Moonpies make an impact at radio. That would be baller.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Andy.
If radio, well, I'm not saying it's not a big deal, but I wonder if radio means as much as it used to. I feel like people don't listen to the radio anymore. Like all the stores now are playing Pandora and Spotify and whatnot.
I think that it means a lot to people over the age of 35.
Yeah.
Because the people that are in their late 30s are kind of split on Spotify, but they're not all on Spotify and Apple Music like we are and people younger than us. But I think it means a lot to an older demo. Give it 15 years, probably not a whole lot. Because you're right. Like I think that what's more important than Zach Bryan is a good example of this working out for him. Same with Luke Combs. Your placement on playlists on Spotify is more important than radio play.
Yeah, I just thought like your point, like older people. I had some YouTubers I heard they had a clip they got on like one of the where they play video clips in bars, whatever TV channel that is. And the people in the bar, like in their hometown, like don't think anything of their YouTube channel until they see them on TV, and they're like, "Oh, so you guys made it?" And they're like, "That means nothing to us. We don't make any money off of this. They're just on TV." Old people care about that.
Oh yeah, they do.
Your YouTube millions mean nothing.
There still is a certain segment of the music listening populace that, the radio and the curated playlists for them are where they get their music from. So it's like, especially like when people, there's sometimes some good stuff on it, but when people are like, yeah, I get my new country from New Boots, the Spotify playlist. I'm like, yeah, no, but it's kind of a lot of pop country. And I don't even mean like good pop country. I mean like bad pop, like Russell Dickerson, bad pop country.
The New Music Friday country one is not bad. I'll give Spotify some credit on that one.
Yeah, that one isn't bad. I've used that one a few times to find some people. Yeah, but at the end of the day, if Mike and the Moonpies gets any, it doesn't even have to be like top 10. If they just get any kind of significant airplay on the radio, regardless if it's just like older folks listening to it, that'd be a good thing. Because they are way countryer than almost anything on the radio, and they're way better than almost anything on the radio. But they don't make like music that you can't tap your boots to or enjoy driving down the road. It's not like it's super slow plodding along like Americana sound and stuff. Like those dudes are country. Yeah, exactly. I think that if pushed right, people would like it. Because I've always said that most radio listeners listen to what the radio tells them to listen to anyways. It's not on the radio because that's what people like. People like it because it's on the radio.
So, before my internet just shut the bed, I'm wondering if Paycheck to Paycheck would do better than Hour by the Hour.
It's a fair question.
I'm sure they have back end data and analytics that, they didn't make this choice just.
Which one of y'all, if you can, look up, see which one has more Spotify streams.
They're almost identical. It's
really
1.465 and 1.47.
Huh.
So, they're almost identical.
Yeah, literally.
8,000
apart?
Yeah, the only difference I can see is the length of the song. It's about 2 minutes difference. Maybe they just want to be, if they're going to play it, they want as much airtime as possible. I was just a little curious thought.
I actually see what you're saying. Like, I think especially if you were leading into the summer as opposed to the winter, I think that's a really good point. Like Paycheck to Paycheck would be a better choice. But then again, what do I know? But
yeah,
I can see that.
Long. I could see it being 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Like you said, that might be a little short. That's on the shorter side for a song.
Not on the radio. They like short stuff on the radio.
They don't play as much. But I just wondered about that just because, generic country radio, I feel like Paycheck to Paycheck might do a little better. But hey,
it's a little more tempo.
Yeah.
Before we move on, Andy, I did see a funny joke that you'll get that I'm not sure if Kyle knows the song. On Twitter the other day, the song by Flatland from a long time ago called "A Life Where We Work Out."
Yeah.
Somebody said, "Who would have known that Flatland would have had a happier life if they had just started going to the gym?"
No, I don't get it.
I knew it. I was waiting for you to say that. You know how the song is like, "In a life where we work out," like things.
Oh.
If they had just worked out, went to the gym.
Okay. Now I get it. Every time I hear that song from the cult that we used to be in, the guy's like, people just don't get the song. It's so good. And I'm like, I still don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, speaking of the hardcore fans from the group that shall not be named, many are really nice people, so I'm not targeting them as individuals, but God knows they literally just still to this day make fun of Zach Bryan, act like he just is a talentless hack. And I'm like, if you still are saying he's a talentless hack at this point, I think you need to paint your face because you're a clown.
Yeah.
Like, that's just ridiculous. He put out that one song very early on in his YouTube days when he was still in the military called Filker. That wasn't a very good song. But dude has a track record now of putting out some bangers. Like, it's such a generational thing. Like, people in their early 20s love Zach Bryan.
Yeah. We joined a cult, though. I guess that's what happened. Cults.
I guess. But, well, Andy, Do you want to make the announcement or should I?
Oh, well, I was going to make one more announcement still before we go to what you're going to. I just want to say on Mike and the Moonpies again, they had the worst problem in the world for me. They wrote Too Close to a Perfect Song, and I don't think they can live it up.
Maybe. It still doesn't mean the rest of their stuff is going to be bad, though.
Beaches of Biloxi is one of the few songs I
Love
will
that
say.
song.
I think it's almost a perfect song.
Yeah, great song.
It is out of this world good, and they just I don't know how they top it. But I will be making my concert return on
Finally.
Thursday at a venue that
Red
I
Hat
believe
Amphitheater.
might be Red Hat.
Red Hat Amphitheater, Raleigh, North Carolina. Do you know what the
Koe
lineup
Wetzel.
is?
No, I don't.
It's
Not
Trey
a clue.
Lewis. It's the Dick Down in Dallas guy, Trey Lewis. So you'll know that song.
Because Raleigh's in the song.
Raleigh's in the chorus. I mean, everybody's going to be yelling, "She's Dick Down in Dallas, railed out in Raleigh." You know the place is going to pop like a freaking WWE event when that line gets said. So yeah, Dick Down in Dallas guy, Colby Cooper, and Koe Wetzel.
Sweet.
Pretty.
Who opened the first show? It wasn't Colby Cooper. It was almost
Colston.
Yeah, I knew they were close in names.
Yeah,
that's a good lineup.
it is a good lineup, even if just for that one song with that one line. You know,
I'm there for the one
fun.
line.
The one line's going to be fun.
I don't know any of the other songs. I don't think. I think I've heard some of them. I don't think I liked it that much.
I've heard like one of his other songs, but hopefully, like, you know, he has some good stuff. We'll see. But I do know that one song. Find it funny.
I got to brush up on my Colby Cooper again. I haven't listened to him in depth in a while.
Check out the new record. New record's pretty good. I'm sure it's probably going to play a lot of that.
Yeah, I've listened to that. And I've only made that through that like once or twice.
Yeah. But then obviously, you know, we know some Koe. Koe's the headliner. And this is your first concert since March 7th, 2020, right before the world stopped. And we went to go see Koe Wetzel.
What album? Was that before or after? That was before Sellout, wasn't it?
Yes, I believe so.
So I am 2 albums back on him.
Yeah, Harold Saw High came out in late 2019.
When did we see him the first time?
Saw him in Virginia Beach in 2018.
That was before Harold Saw High then.
It had to have been summer of 2018, I think, in Virginia Beach. No, it wasn't. It was 2019. Had to have been.
Was
summer.
That before? Yeah, was that before Harold Saw High?
No, he may have released Harold Saw High in 2018, just because I remember Jimmy didn't like our buddy Jimmy. He didn't like Forever that much, but then they play it at Virginia Beach as the first song, and then he turns to me, hype his shit, and he goes, "That's a fucking banger."
It was June 2019.
June 2019. And we saw him then right after that.
July 14th. It was brand new.
Brand new. Okay. So we saw him 3 times, and 2 times 2019, once in 2020.
Yeah, actually we saw him from July 19 to March 2020.
3 times. Yep. That's only band we've ever seen that many times in a short period of time is probably American Aquarium.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I've seen Koe probably is the person I've seen second. They're tied for second most.
Yeah.
Visitations or whatever you call that. I think I've seen Turnpike the same amount of times.
I've seen Turnpike 3 times. I've seen them first time in Lincoln Theater. Then I saw them at Tulsa, Oklahoma. Saw them at the Ritz. So it's 3. And then I see them next week, actually, on the 28th at Red Hat. American Aquariums opens for them. And I see Turnpike next Thursday. I'm hyped for that one.
So, Koe, actually, I guess I would have to give Koe the tie over Turnpike because one of those Turnpike was an opener.
True. I was supposed to see Koe open for
Turnpike was an opener.
Yeah. Well, they were only an opener because it was Road Trip to Raleigh. Even then, they would have typically drawn bigger crowds, but hell of an opener to have.
I wonder if that's true though. I wonder if they would have drawn a bigger crowd in Raleigh. They wouldn't have been the opener in Texas, Oklahoma, or any of that surrounding area.
It's fair. That's fair.
I don't know that they were actually that popular in North Carolina then. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
they only had 2 albums out at the time, I think. That was before Turnpike Troubadours even came out.
Yeah. True. But either way, it's a good lineup for me for a while. It's Koe this week, Turnpike next week. It's gonna be lit. Kyle, while you were struggling with your internet, man, like I told Andy, the lineup for Koe Wetzel was Koe Wetzel and Colby Cooper, and also the Dick Down from Dallas guy.
What's his name?
Trey Lewis.
Trey Lewis, yeah.
We said that the crowd's gonna pop like hell whenever the line and the chorus Railed Out in Raleigh shows up.
Colby Cooper's pretty big.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good show. It'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Andy's making his grand return, folks, for the first time since March 7th, 2020, the week before the state of North Carolina shut down. Andy has not seen a concert since then.
You know, I just thought about it. I've actually only seen Koe twice. I didn't mentally make it Coyote Ghost Koe Wetzel.
You were physically in Charlotte.
I was physically there. Mentally, nah, I didn't see that one.
Mentally, you were too busy like saying, I need water. I need water.
Yeah.
That's a bad drunk when you need water.
That was before Koe even went on.
I didn't even make it to the I need water thing. I was out before I got to that stage.
Classic Andy.
I bet you after Koe played, I was probably out in an hour. From the time he walked off stage, I probably only had about an hour left.
Yeah, you picked up your 7-Eleven sandwich.
That I have no memory of.
Dropped it on the floor.
Didn't eat it.
Didn't eat it.
Oh.
Then I come back. Me and Clint stayed out later than the rest of the guys. We come back into the Airbnb we had in Charlotte. And Andy had a full Gatorade sitting by him that he hadn't opened and a full sandwich that he hadn't taken a bite of. And I was like, I looked at him and I was like, Andy. He didn't wake up. I was like, sucks to suck, motherfucker. They're mine now. And I was just sitting there laughing, drinking his Gatorade and eating a sandwich. Then the next morning, James walks in and goes, who ate that 7-Eleven sandwich? I was like, I did. He goes, Andy dropped that on the floor of the 7-Eleven last night.
I don't understand. If I dropped it on the floor of the 7-Eleven, why didn't somebody tell me to put it back and get another one?
Well, James said he did tell you that, but he said that instead you decided, I got it, Jimmy. I got it. And you gave him, it was his in his hand initially, and you knocked it out of his hand. It fell on the floor of the 7-Eleven. Then Andy, you were so apologetic. You're like, I got it, Jimmy. I got it. You put it back in the plastic container, handed your sandwich to James, and you said, I'll just take this one. Instead of just throwing it away or putting it away and grabbing another one, you just told James you would take the 7-Eleven floor sandwich.
Sounds reasonable.
You were being nice, but then me being a dick that night because I was like, Andy didn't eat a sandwich. I'm going to steal it. And I ate the floor sandwich.
Well, you survived.
I survived. I probably,
you might have hepatitis. Or...
I mean, honestly, that's probably why I'm a 2-time COVID survivor.
It's probably true.
7-Eleven floor sandwich.
You got COVID, your body said, this ain't shit.
That's right.
Like shit's the sandwich.
This would be fun. Koe show, Andy's big return. Speaking of Koe, Kyle, I know that you have a new Koe Wetzel Tweets game ready for us.
I do. So I've improvised this little game. I have collected 4 tweets, 3 of which he did tweet, 1 of which he did not. Okay. These are hasn't tweeted as much as I thought he had. So these are from the beginning of August. I scoured through. The first tweet, as I get to the chat, is here. I don't think I've had a bagel in my entire lifetime. Very generic, but also could easily be something he tweeted.
It sounds like something I could see him tweeting.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I could see that.
Second tweet. Is the Eagles for real? And for real is one word.
I think I'm. Ooh, do we get timeline on when this was posted?
between the beginning of August and today.
Ooh, I could see him saying that one recently because I know he's a big Cowboys fan.
Mm-hmm. Third potential tweet is Halloween Before Christmas a Halloween or Christmas movie? That is the third potential tweet. And the final one
I've never heard of that movie.
is I should call my parents when I think of them and should tell my friends when I love them.
I could see him saying that too.
Yeah.
They're in the chat.
dumb.
If you would like to refresh, they are verbatim potential tweets.
Ew, my
It
God.
is you two who have to decide which one is the not official tweet of Koe Wetzel.
Andy,
No,
you go
man.
first, Andy.
Any thinking you
No.
have behind this, Andy?
The bagel one, I could see that because it's so random. The Eagles, I could see, but that would have had to have been recent for the Cowboys Eagles. I could see that. Oh, he tweeted 3 of these and didn't one.
Yeah, you have to pick
Yep.
the one that is not Koe Wetzel.
Damn. The one that's not Koe Wetzel.
Correct.
Yes. He tweeted 3 of these. One of these he did not tweet.
Give me I want the Halloween Christmas one. Everything else is random. Very like something almost like the parents one. I could definitely see him tweeting that drunk. Yeah, give me the Christmas one. I think it's that one.
Andy has locked in his selection. Is Halloween Before Christmas a Halloween or Christmas movie?
So I
Final
have,
answer.
I have a confession.
Yes.
I know the answer.
You do. Have you
Yeah.
been not paying attention to his Twitter account?
It's I know it because the one that's not him, I know who actually tweeted it.
Ah, okay. Which one would that be?
Is the Eagles for real?
And who is the alleged tweeter of that said tweet?
Parker McCollum.
It is correct. Logan is correct because he cheated.
I didn't cheat. I run the socials. I mean,
Yeah,
if you were going to pick a random one, you probably shouldn't have picked somebody that comes across the timeline a lot.
yeah. I was like, I'm just gonna go off on a whim here. He's the only other. I mean, to be honest with you, he's the only other person that doesn't just tweet exclusively promo stuff.
Yeah, which is why I like following them because it's like real shit.
Yeah. So
But
Andy, you were incorrect, and I did modify that Parker McCollum tweet. It for real is not one word. I tried to make it sound more co-ish. But yes, in the first edition of we need to come up with a clever name for this game.
Koe Wetzel tweets.
Yeah,
Koe Wetzel tweets versus the world.
He's been a little light on the tweets so far. When I originally came up with this idea a few months ago, he was just out there every day tweeting just nonsense.
He for a while there, he was putting out heaters left and right of just like ridiculous shit, and especially if you saw the ones that were at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, yes, they were just heavily intoxicated and or high and or something in his feels, just dropping nukes, as the young kids say. So Logan is 1-0 in the first edition.
Does Dave Portnoy have a Twitter?
Yeah.
Yes.
I could see him and Koe saying similar things.
Yeah, but Portnoy, I could tell you the difference in a Portnoy and a Koe tweet just strictly on the way the Portnoy tweets. Portnoy tweets the way he talks.
Yes. Koe tweets like it's still 2011.
Yeah, which is pretty funny to me.
Yeah, which was when Twitter was more fun because no one cared. So, yeah, that was my
Did
first
y'all see
edition.
that
Yes.
Koe did an interview recently.
I did not. Who did he do it with?
He did. I don't remember her name, but I can't find the podcast. That's why I was curious if anybody else had seen it. She's popular, but I'd never heard of her.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to know. I mean, I'd like to listen to it, but I don't know.
Koe put it on his. He shared it on his. It was on his story, but I'm not.
No, the one interview. I would love to see Koe on Sunday Conversations.
That would be funny.
Yeah,
I think he would be hilarious on there.
I think so too.
just to put him on the spot, make him uncomfortable would be hilarious.
Some of those recently have been baller.
Yes. And then isn't it his drummer who is at the urinal in the Austin Mead video?
So that's not his drummer anymore. That's his manager now, but he used to be his drummer. Yeah.
I think it would be hilarious if we put him and Glenny Balls both eating a bowl of ice cream together. I love those Sunday conversations. They're hilarious.
Yeah, the Najee Harris one lately was fire. And
I've missed that one.
The one with the British chick was fire as well.
I like the one with Rip Raff. It's probably my favorite one so far.
Oh, yeah. But all right, so let's get into the final topic here. We're bringing back another draft. We're going to draft our top 3 favorite female artists. Back to the old friend, the wheel, which Andy claims is rigged.
It is corrupt.
Who picks first? The wheel is just. Take it away, wheel. And the first pick is Andy.
Oh, of course.
I still think it's rigged. I think Logan lost on purpose.
All right, pick 2. Is me.
I'm going back to back.
All right, Andy. So you know the rules. We have 3 selections. We're going to pick our favorite female artists, female country artists. So take it away. First pick.
All right, this one's easy. I want Morgan Wade.
A lot of recency bias there. It's kind of a bold selection.
That is some recency bias.
I am going to be fairly recency biased, I believe. Because I'll be honest, the 90s people, I know almost nothing.
That's fair.
That's fair.
I know their biggest song they ever did. That's about it.
That's fair. All right. So for me, my first selection, number 2 overall pick, is I'm going with Miranda Lambert. She's probably the female artist that over the course of my life I've listened to the most. She is the most decorated award winner in the female sphere of country music. So Miranda, it's my number 1 pick. Kyle?
I am going with the goat of goats, who is just ageless. It's Reba McEntire.
It's a good pick.
Yeah, she's like 70 now, just still relevant. She's been relevant for so long. So, and I would like to. I'll wait to the end because I don't think anyone's going to pick the honorary member while we did this draft. But yeah.
All right, Kyle, snake draft.
Oh yeah, this snake draft. I go again. You've already stuck in my second choice. Going with the Canadian princess, Shania Twain.
Shania Twain.
Yes, I saw her in concert a couple months ago. Yeah, she's still sounds as good as ever.
Yeah, she was a huge artist in the 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, she's still going strong, man.
Yeah. So it's back to me. This is my draft strategy, boys. I'm going with a veteran, an icon, and a newcomer, so I can have a balanced team. I'll always look at it like I'm filling out a roster. Got my veteran in Miranda. Going with the icon next. That is the national treasure herself, Dolly Parton. Such an amazing vocalist, amazing songwriter, and just an even better human being. Dolly is my second pick.
Well, that's no objections to that selection.
All right, Andy.
I think I've got my popular underdog. I want Jennifer Nettles.
Huh. It's an interesting pick.
Andy, what made you want to select Jennifer Nettles?
Sugarland's good. Her voice is the best part of Sugarland.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, she is the voice of Sugarland.
Yeah, other than like the background vocals of the random 2 dudes.
She got a great voice. Sounds great.
Voice.
I'm impressed with that selection, Andy. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, Andy, back to you. Snake draft.
Snake draft. Oh yeah. This one's tough. I don't know if I want to. What's better if I want to? Oh, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the way I got it wrote down. I want to go with Sarah Evans.
Ooh, I like that pick.
I like that pick as well.
I was a big Sarah Evans guy back in the day. Suds in the bucket.
I know one other song.
Sarah Evans is a very talented human being, and I used to have a big crush on her too when I was in middle school.
Would that be me or you next, Logan?
Be me next. So I've got my veteran Miranda. I've got my legend and Dolly. Kyle, you're probably going to be okay because, like I said, I'm going for a rookie, a newcomer.
Okay.
Somebody who hasn't been on the scene super, super long. But then again, you might have already tried to pick her. I'm going with Haley Witters as my newcomer.
Oh, that's a bold strategy.
Yeah. So she's got a couple records out. Been a big fan of her music so far. Like I said, I'm taking a balanced approach to my roster here of my favorites.
It's a bold one. It's a bold one.
The blonde trio, if you will.
Yeah, I think she could be great.
So, like I said, newcomers. Like it had to be somebody from the that's just put out a couple records in the last few years. That was my strategy.
Mm-hmm.
So back to you.
So I should have clarified this before we started. Since we're selecting one person, the one I wanted to select, I don't really think counts because I wanted to select Natalie Maines, which is the lead singer of Dixie Chicks. But they're kind of like they kind of come as a group.
So if you had picked her, you would have gotten all three, and that would have been the end of your draft.
Yeah, we should have clarified the rules. So since
no, a band is like fits into one selection. That's not going to be up three.
Yeah, I'm gonna like void that pick. Instead, I'm just going with Miss Leanne Womack.
Okay.
Yep. This is actually somebody me and Bailey could both stand to listen to at the same time. Yeah, I love Leanne Womack, man. She's a goat.
You ought to listen to her daughter, Aubrey Sellers.
Okay, let me put that in my listen to. Aubrey. I don't want to know, not AB. I don't want to listen to Antonio Brown.
It's AUB.
Yeah. I can't believe Antonio Brown has a Spotify account. You gotta check her out.
Yeah, I was a big fan of her record from like 2016, I think it was.
Okay.
Then she put out another one in 2020.
But my heart was really calling for Natalie, just because everybody knows her. I love the Dixie Chicks, but I felt like it was kind of like
gave you the Dixie Chicks. I would have said that's fair.
Okay, well, I didn't clarify my rules, so it is what it is. But Miss Leanne Womack.
So let's do the recap of our rosters. I went with a veteran, icon, and newcomer strategy for my draft picks. I went with Miranda Lambert as my veteran, Dolly Parton as my icon, and Haley Witters as my newcomer.
I like that strategy a lot. I respect it. I went with the GOAT of GOATs, Miss Reba McEntire. And then I went with, obviously, Leanne Womack. And then, goddamn, who did I pick second? I don't forgot already. Who the hell did I pick second? Does anybody remember?
Kyle's drunk.
No, I'm really not. I've had a brain fart. Who the hell did I pick second? I should have wrote it down.
There's only three of them. I figured you'd be able to.
I figured I would have been able to too. I know Andy's a Sugarland, Morgan Wade, and I forgot his other one too. So that's just me. Sarah Evans. Anyway, I fucked that all up.
Crap! It was somebody really popular.
I feel like a dumbass. I'm slightly annoyed with myself. Oh well. Anyway.
Crap! It's like I can almost.
Shania Twain.
Thank you, God. Oh, I'm an idiot.
I was trying to see how long it was going to take you to remember.
It would have taken me a while. Yeah, the Canadian Princess. Yeah, I am just. My brain's fried, man. Long day. It's a Monday. You must forgive me.
It's a Monday of Mondays.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's our top 3 favorite female artist draft. Be sure to give us 5 stars, great review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Make sure you follow us on those. Follow us on Stitcher and Amazon. Check out the website, coldcansnetwork.com. Got blog content, got shop. When you're on Spotify, click the description, click the link, give us an up to 1 minute voicemail. Tell us who some of your favorite female artists are, what you think of Zach Bryan going platinum with a single and gold with his record. Mike and the Moonpies sending a song to country radio. And then, Andy making his big return this Thursday, Raleigh, North Carolina, Red Hat Amphitheater. Koe Wetzel, Colby Cooper, and the Dick Down in Dallas guy.
Trey Lewis, I remember his name.
Oh,
This is Country and Cold Cans. I'm Logan, sitting here with Trucker Andy and Kyle. We'll see you next time.